can't sleep? You toss, you turn, you stare at the ceiling counting sheep, but nothing works. The next day you feel groggy, irritable, and just not yourself. Sound familiar? Insomnia is more than just a bad night's sleep. It can seriously impact your health and daily life. But don't worry, you're not alone, and there are effective ways to reclaim your nights. Today, we're diving into 7 powerful science-backed strategies that can help you beat insomnia and finally get the deep, restorative sleep you deserve. Stick around, because these tips could change your life. First up, let's talk about your sleep schedule. Consistency is king. Our bodies have an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, and it thrives on routine. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, that includes weekends. I know it's tempting to sleep in on a Saturday, but that can throw your internal clock completely out of whack, making it harder to fall asleep on Sunday night. Think of it like setting an alarm for your body's sleep-wake cycle. After a few weeks, you might find you don't even need an alarm to wake up. It is about training your brain to recognize when it's time to wind down and when it's time to be alert. This one simple habit can make a world of difference. Next, create a sleep sanctuary. Your bedroom should be a haven for rest, not a multi-purpose room for work, eating, and entertainment. The first step is to make it cool, dark, and quiet. The ideal temperature for sleep is surprisingly cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. Use blackout curtains or an eye mask to block out all light, as even a little bit can disrupt your melatonin production, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. And if you live in a noisy area, earplugs or a white noise machine can be your best friends. The goal is to eliminate any sensory input that could signal to your brain that it's time to be awake. Your bed should only be for sleep. If you get into bed and can't sleep after 20 minutes, get up, go to another dimly lit room, and do something relaxing until you feel sleepy again. This helps your brain associate your bed with sleep, not with frustration. Number 3, watch what you eat and drink. What you put into your body, especially in the hours before bed, can have a huge impact on your sleep quality. The most obvious culprit is caffeine. It's a stimulant that can stay in your system for up to 10 hours. So, that afternoon cup of coffee might be the reason you're wide awake at midnight. Try to avoid caffeine from the early afternoon onwards. Another one to watch is alcohol. You might think a glass of wine helps you relax and fall asleep faster, and it might. But alcohol actually disrupts your sleep cycle later in the night, especially your REM sleep, leaving you feeling unrested in the morning. Also, avoid large, heavy meals right before bed. A full stomach can cause discomfort and indigestion. If you're hungry, opt for a light snack like a banana or a small bowl of oatmeal, which contain nutrients that can promote sleep. Our 4th tip is to power down your screens. In our digital world, this is a tough one, but it's crucial. The blue light emitted by our phones, tablets, and computers is a major sleep disruptor. This specific wavelength of light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, which suppresses the release of melatonin. The result? You feel more alert when you should be winding down. Make it a rule to put away all screens at least an hour, preferably 2, before you plan to go to sleep. Use this time to disconnect and engage in relaxing activities. Instead of scrolling through social media, read a physical book, listen to calming music, or take a warm bath. Creating this digital sunset signals to your brain that the day is over and it's time to prepare for sleep. It's a game changer. Let's move on to tip number 5. Develop a relaxing pre-sleep routine. This goes hand in hand with powering down your screens. Your body needs a transition period to shift from the hustle and bustle of the day into a state of rest. A consistent bedtime routine acts as a powerful signal to your brain that sleep is coming. This doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as taking a warm bath or shower. The drop in your body temperature after you get out helps trigger sleepiness. Or you could try some gentle stretching or yoga poses to release physical tension. Mindfulness meditation or deep breathing exercises are also incredibly effective. Just a few minutes of focusing on your breath can calm a racing mind and ease anxiety. Find what works for you and make it a non-negotiable part of your evening. Tip number 6 is to get moving during the day. Regular physical activity is one of the best things you can do for your sleep. Exercise can increase the duration and quality of your sleep by boosting the production of serotonin in the brain and decreasing levels of the stress hormone, cortisol. It also helps to regulate your body's internal clock. The key is timing. A morning or afternoon workout is ideal. Exercising too close to bedtime, however, can be counterproductive for some people. The adrenaline and increased body temperature can make it harder to fall asleep. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. This could be a brisk walk, a bike ride, or a dance class. You'll not only sleep better, but you'll feel better overall. And finally, our 7th tip: manage your worries. For many people with insomnia, a racing mind is the biggest obstacle to sleep. You lie down and suddenly your brain decides it's the perfect time to review every mistake you've ever made or create a to-do list for the next decade. To combat this, try a technique called a brain dump. About an hour or two before bed, take a notebook and write down everything that's on your mind. Your worries, your tasks for tomorrow, anything that's causing you stress. By getting it out of your head and onto paper, you give yourself permission to let it go for the night. You can also practice gratitude journaling, writing down 3 things you're thankful for. This helps shift your focus from stress to positivity, creating a more peaceful mental state for sleep. So, to recap, our 7 ways to beat insomnia are: maintain a consistent sleep schedule, create a sleep sanctuary, watch your diet, power down screens before bed, develop a relaxing pre-sleep routine, get regular exercise, and manage your worries. Implementing these changes might take time and effort, but the payoff of a good night's sleep is immeasurable. Start with 1 or 2 that seem most manageable for you and build from there. Be patient with yourself. Remember, if your insomnia is persistent and severe, it's always a good idea to talk to a doctor or a sleep specialist. They can help rule out any underlying medical conditions and provide further guidance. Your journey to better sleep starts tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you get the restful sleep you need. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone else who might be struggling with sleep. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on health and wellness. Let me know in the comments which tip you're going to try first. Sweet dreams, and see you in the next video.